Hello everyone. In the previous session, we were discussing about medical imaging devices part 3. In this session, we are going to discuss about in vitro diagnostic devices part 1. In vitro diagnostic devices can be defined as any medical device that is a reagent, reagent product, kit, apparatus, instrument, system or software that is used either alone or in combination intended by the user to be used in vitro for the examination of specimens like blood and tissues donations from the human body. In this in vitro diagnostic devices part 1, we are going to discuss about three major devices. They are glucometer, ABG analyzer and hematology analyzer. To know about glucometer, we should know what is glucose and diabetes. Glucose is a simple sugar molecule that serves as a chief source of energy in a human body. Diabetes is a condition where the body is unable to regulate the amount of glucose in the blood due to its inability to produce insulin or lack of insulin. Diabetes is a condition where there is too much or too low amount of glucose in the blood. There are two types of diabetes, type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. Blood glucose monitoring. Blood glucose monitoring is a way of checking the concentration of glucose in the blood using a glucometer. It provides a quick response to tell a sugar is low or high, indicating the changes in the diet, exercise or insulin. Over time, it reveals the individual of blood glucose changes. The normal range of blood glucose lies between 70 to 110 mm per dl for fasting and less than 110 mm per dl during 2 hours after eating. Glucometer. A glucometer is an electronic device that is used to test or measure the level of glucose in the blood. New models are able to test and display the level of glucose within seconds. Some models not only display the level of glucose but also say it. Now let's see the working of glucometer. Most glucometers make use of electrochemical technology and they use electrochemical test strips to perform the measurement. A small amount of blood sample that is to be tested is placed on the disposable test strip. In each test strip, there is an enzyme called glucose oxidase which reacts with the blood sample to form an acid called gluconic acid. This gluconic acid reacts with another chemical in the test strip called ferricyanide. Ferricyanide and gluconic acid combine to form ferrocyanide. Once ferrocyanide is being created, the device runs an electric current through the blood sample in the testing strip. This current is able to count the ferrocyanide and thereby determine the level of glucose in the sample of blood on the testing strip. This amount is then displayed on the display or screen of a glucometer. There are a series of advances in blood glucose monitoring. They are alternate site testing, continuous glucose monitors, semi-invasive methods, non-invasive methods and laser methods. The next device we are going to discuss is arterial blood gas analyzer. The major function of the pulmonary system is to deliver oxygen to the cells and remove carbon dioxide from the cells. If a patient's history or physical examination reveals a dysfunction in respiratory system, then examination will help to identify and evaluate the dysfunction. ABG analysis is one of the first tests ordered to assess respiratory system because it helps to evaluate gas exchange in the lungs. ABG tests help to find how well the person's lungs and kidney are working, and it also helps to analyze how well the body is using energy. ABG test, blood gas analysis, also called atrial blood gas analysis, is a test that is used to measure the amount of oxygen, carbon dioxide in the blood as well as the acidity or pH of the blood. Now let's see about parameters of an ABG test. pH. It measures the concentration of hydrogen ion in the blood. It shows blood's acidity or alkalinity. PCO2. It is the partial pressure of carbon dioxide that is carried by the blood to be excreted by the lungs. It is otherwise known as respiratory parameter. PO2. It is the partial pressure of oxygen that is dissolved in the blood. It reflects the body's ability to pick up oxygen from the lungs. HCO3. It is a metabolic parameter and it reveals the body's ability to excrete and retain bicarbonate. The normal values ranges between 7.35 to 7.45 for pH and 35 to 45 mmHg for PCO2 and 80 to 100 mmHg for PO2 and 22 to 28 milliequivalent per liter for HCO3. Now let's discuss about the measurement techniques for different parameters. pH measurement. The pH measurement is carried out with a glass electrode that is suspended in the blood sample. The blood sample acts as the conducting electrolyte. The potential difference across the electrode is directly proportional to the pH difference and thus it is measured. PCO2 measurement. PCO2 is measured with the help of modified glass electrode. The electrode is bathed in a solution containing some amount of sodium bicarbonate and generates a potential difference of known value. The CO2 from the blood diffuses across the semi-permeable membrane into the solution containing bicarbonate. This reaction changes the pH across the electrode and this corresponds to the difference in the potential difference and thus the value of PCO2 is measured. PO2 measurement. PO2 is measured with the help of Clark electrode. The Clark electrode helps to measure the change in current flowing through the reaction chamber where O2 is being reduced to OH- ions by the change in voltage. The O2 from the blood is being diffused through a semi-permeable membrane into the aqueous solution. In the aqueous buffer, the O2 is being reduced to OH- ions with the help of difference in potential. This causes the change in current between the submerged electrodes. The change in voltage changes the current between the electrodes and is directly proportional to the concentration of oxygen. Thus, partial pressure of oxygen or PO2 is being measured. HCO3 is measured with the help of Henderson-Hasselbalch equation. Following are the sites for obtaining ABG sample: radial artery, femoral artery and brachial artery. Radial artery is the most common and preferable site used because it is easy to access and it is not deep artery which facilitates palpation, stabilization and puncturing. The next in vitro diagnostic device we are going to discuss is hematology analyzer. Hematology analyzers are computerized, highly specialized and automated devices that can measure the number of different types of white and red blood cells in the blood sample. There are different types of hematology analyzers: semi-automated instruments and fully automated instruments. Semi-automated instruments require few steps like dilution of blood samples and they often measure only less number of variables. Fully automated instruments require that only appropriate blood samples are being presented to the instrument and they can measure around 8 to 20 variables with some new variables that doesn't have any equivalent in the manual method. Now let's see about the working techniques of hematology analyzers. Hematology analyzers usually count cell based on the 5 general cell techniques: flow cytometry, the use of fluorescent dyes, the electrical impedance method, the light scatter method, and radiofrequency. The technique of flow cytometry is based on ejecting the cells at high speed from a nozzle in a fluid. Each cell passes through several laser beams and hence all the optical properties are being measured. The use of fluorescent dyes. Biochemical and antigenic properties are usually classified using fluorescent dyes. The electrical impedance method works based on Coulter's principle. A stream of cells in suspension passes through a small aperture across which an electric current is applied. Each cell that passes through alters the electrical impedance and thus can be counted and sized. Light scatter method. The application of light scatter method is that as a single cell passes through a laser light beam, the following events like reflection, refraction, and scattering occurs. Light scatter correlates to the cell's volume or size. Side angle or orthogonal light scatter correlates to the degree of internal complexity. Radiofrequency is based on the fact that concentration is directly proportional to the degree of internal complexity. Now we have almost come to the end of the session. Hope you all understood about glucometer, hematology analyzer and ABG analyzer we discussed in this session. And in the upcoming session, we are going to discuss about in vitro diagnostic devices part 2. Thank you.